Hello dear student, welcome back to our MyEco B1-B2 intermediate level English lessons. The topic of our second lesson is action and non-action verbs. So, let's begin. Non-action verbs can also be called status verbs. Non-action verbs are verbs that do not get the progressive or continuous structure. In other words, they don't get the ing ending on their verbs. On the other hand, action verbs are verbs that show or indicate action, and they can have the ing ending, the progressive structure, on their verbs. For example, an action verb, he is walking down the street. A non-action verb, she loves Toronto. Sarah is talking to Mike now. Mike hates Sarah. I'm trying to solve the problem. I don't understand Banjo's accent. With one group, we've got the ing ending, and with the other, we don't. The easiest way to kind of recognize or notice the difference between action verbs and non-action verbs is that action verbs are observable, something we can see, whereas non-action verbs are unobservable. We can't see them. Some examples of non-action verbs are desire. I don't desire to go back to my country. Prefer. She prefers to stay here. Trust. Jessica trusts her students a lot. Fear. Right now, I don't fear anybody. Adore. Leon and the others adore math skills. Pity. Sarah pities the animals on the streets. Have. Mary has a huge house. Possess. I don't possess a single DVD. Resemble. Carla resembles her mom a lot. Taste. The coffee tastes like dishwater. All of these are examples of non-action or unobservable verbs. Let's have a look at some other common non-action verbs. The first group we have here are verbs of mental activity, so related to our mental state. Think, imagine, know, hope, suspect, remember, expect, suppose, recognize, believe, mean, consider, forget, realize, wonder, understand, doubt, and accept. The next group would be verbs showing possession or interrelation. For example, have, belong, own, include, concern, depend, cost, consist, lack, weigh, possess, contain, measure, acquire, obtain, involve, owe, equal, fit, and suit. There are also some verbs of communication that are non-action. acknowledge, agree, disagree, consent, deny, and accept. The next group of non-action verbs that we have are related to feeling and emotion. Forgive, gratify, envy, care, need, appeal, satisfy, fancy, desire, prefer, trust, fear, like, appreciate, feel, love, want, wish, despise, dislike, detest, hate, adore, and pity. The next group of non-action verbs are verbs of perception. Resemble, taste, notice, perceive, appear, sense, hear, seem, look, smell, sound, and see. And next we have verbs of existence. Be, happen, live, exist, occur, and obtain. Some verbs are non-action verbs and action verbs, meaning they can be unobservable and observable. In this case, the meaning of the sentence is different, and it's important for us to look at the context of the sentence. Let's examine this with some examples. Think. Elizabeth is thinking about her bad exam results. Action verb in this case, so thinking, ing. Think for non-action. I think it's time for me to move on to the next step. See. I am seeing Mr. Anderson at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Or see, non-action. Monica sees now that her company will close soon. Taste. Would you like to taste my cake? You will love it. Or sushi doesn't taste like real fish. Have. They are having a great time in Arizona. And have, non-action. Michael and Sarah have twins. Smell. He is smelling the milk first. And smell, non-action. The stuff on the ground smells like gasoline. Feel. She is touching and feeling to understand the quality. Mercury feels like liquid, although it's metal, for non-action. Appear. Romeo and Juliet is appearing on the 3rd of May. And non-action, you appear to be very happy. Appeal. They are appealing for clothes and blankets. And non-action, this song appeals to the taste of the young and old. Consider. The council is considering banning motor vehicles. Non-action, we don't consider her to be the right person for the job. Mind. Don't worry, I'm minding your bag. You can go. And non-action, I don't mind what you wear. B. Anthony is being weird today. And non-action, he is a doctor in a city hospital. Weigh. The cashier is weighing the groceries at the checkout. And non-action. This satellite weighs 15 tons approximately. Look. I'm not looking at you. I am looking at someone else. Non-action. You look sick. Please see a doctor. Mean. I'm meaning to call you at 4 p.m. today if I'm not busy. Non-action. What does this word mean? Include. Are you including yourself in this project team? Non-action. The bill includes tax and service. And depend on. They are depending on her. She won't let them down. And non-action. Going to Mexico for our holiday depends on the cost. And that is everything about action and non-action verbs. Now, let's do an activity together to make sure we all understand. So, we have some sentences here, and we have to choose the appropriate or the correct verb. Let's start with number 1. The little girl is smelling the roses in the garden now. Well, the now in that sentence helps us understand. The little girl is smelling the roses in the garden now. Number 2, I am think he is very talented in drawing portraits. An opinion is a general statement. It's unobservable. I think he is very talented. Number 3, this traditional meal is tasting great. I am loving it. This traditional meal tastes great. I love or I am loving it. In this case, I think both are correct. Number 4, I am touching her forehead and checking her temperature. I am touching her forehead shows it's an action I'm doing right now. It's observable. Checking her temperature. Number 5, the captain is looking out of his window at the ocean at the moment. The captain is looking. Number 6, Brandy is minding one's physical appearance. That statement has an unobservable perspective. Brandy never minds one's physical appearance. Number 7, the Browns have a large lake house in Como, Italy. The Browns have a large lake house. Number 8, the professor is including all his experiments in his new book. The professor is including all his experiments in his new book. Number 9, the average African elephant approximately weighing between 2,268 to 6,350 kilograms. Weighs. And number 10, Maria is seeing her dentist at 6 p.m. this evening. This evening, showing a plan, observable, is seeing. And now our second lesson is complete. To get more information on this topic, please click the links below the video. wish, you can purchase our B1-B2 Essential English Grammar book, sign up for our course on our Udemy page, or go to our MyEco website and look at our training packages for more activities and their solutions. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.